There's a book sitting on my desk right now I come back to often. It's called Belonging. It's by Owen Eastwood. He's a performance coach. He's worked with the England football team, NATO's command group, the British Olympic team. The central argument in the book is one I think every local government leader needs to hear. It's this: belonging. Belonging isn't a soft concept. It is the foundational condition for human performance. I'm Seth Winterhalter. This is the HaltingWinter podcast, and every Monday we translate the best leadership thinking from the best books around the world into what actually works inside local government. The book of the week in the MLDC, the Municipal Leadership Development Circle, is by Owen Eastwood. It's called Belonging, and it draws on this Maori concept. The Maori people are the indigenous Polynesian group from New Zealand. I'm sure you've probably seen their creative dance of the rugby team. I think in New Zealand, one of them does this. Anyway, this concept that Eastwood draws from is called whakapapa. I'm sure I'm butchering that. But the belief of this idea, this concept, is that each of us is part of an unbroken chain of people connected by a shared identity. He states that when people feel this connection, when they genuinely feel they belong to something larger than simply just their job description, their energy pours into this mission. They show up differently. They give more. When they don't feel this sense of belonging, they protect themselves. They go quiet. They do the job without really doing the work. And in local government, where you're asking people to serve the public under real pressures with limited resources, the gap between going through the motions and genuinely showing up, well, that gap is enormous. And I think it is what is oftentimes at the heart of our fractured and disorientated cultures in our local government organizations. So here's what this looks like in practice. And this is what we're going to dive into this week in the MLDC. If you're not a part, I encourage you to join. Eastwood talks about what he calls the us story, the idea that every high-performing organization has a living narrative about who you are, where you came from, where you are headed. And the leader's job, every leader really, but yes, all the way from the top to every leader in the organization, should be the keeper of that story. This is important for people who arrive, who are new hirees, who have no frame of reference to this story, to what they are about to belong to. And when we don't share that, people just connect then to their job description, not the narrative that they are a part of. That is the heart of the mission, not your strategic plan, not your mission statement, the story that has been told that is continuing to be written. Think about that. Think about your new hire process. Are they aware of the story? Are you aware as a leader of your story? Again, many of you leaders in local government, you weren't raised in that town, in that city. You're an outsider come in. Do you know the story of that city, of that county? Do you know the story of your organization? What have been the highs? What have been the lows? What projects came to fruition through pain and turmoil? And again, that's one of the things in local government. These projects take years to see to fruition. What are some of the stories that you can hold and be the sharer of, invite people into those struggles, those wins, those challenges? I think that helps belonging. It makes people feel a part of something deeper. And again, local government has the greatest mission, but they need to understand, why is that mission unique in your city, in your county, in your community? This is what we're working through this week in the MLDC. If this sounds interesting, again, go pick up the book Belonging by Owen Eastwood. Would love to have you in the community. You can head over to HaltingWinter.com/MLDC to learn more and to join. It's a great community of leaders across the nation. Your team's performance starts with belonging. And if you're a leader, that belonging starts with you. I'm Seth Winterhalter. Until next time, thanks for listening to the HaltingWinter podcast. Keep leading with impact.